Hey, what's happening? Welcome to this new series, Arcades at Home, in which I'm gonna be playing for a little bit, short gameplay videos with commentary on games that were originally arcade games, but had different conversions either on consoles or handhelds. This time I'm gonna be doing 1942 on the Game Boy Color. Pretty much everyone knows better that the NES game, the NES version, but well, the Game Boy Color is basically like the NES game with very slight changes. You know, a title screen, a menu, probably some endings or cutscene, storyline, I don't know. But in general terms, this is basically like the NES game. And you got the same graphics, same sounds. I'm not gonna say music, right? The main ship sprite is a bit bigger, and the NES probably because the screen is smaller. I mean, that makes sense. But overall, there aren't so many changes. I got power up. Well, the arcade obviously is still better than this. Graphically speaking, that's what I'm trying to say. I can't speak today for some reason. So yeah, this is one of the first vertical scrolling shooters out there. Kind of boring and repetitive after the first two levels. I mean, you cannot expect much from the time. Obviously, from the second half of the 80s, things started to change for better, even if pretty much all the bullet hells nowadays are basically the same thing. I don't know. They make emphasis on other things, such as music. Music in some of these arcade shooters, you know, that got released during the 2000s or late 90s, for example, and made more emphasis on music more than gameplay, because gameplay is basically repetitive, you know, traditional ship in which you get power-ups and you have to avoid different bullet patterns and you got an extra life. Even if I didn't reach 100% of accuracy. So yeah, this is one of the pioneers in that sense. Same thing with, I don't know, Civius, which, if I'm not mistaken, was the very first scrolling shooter. Well, it was released in '84, just like this game. I'm talking about the original arcade version, since this port is from '99, you know, by the times of the Game Boy Color, obviously. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna make this clear right now. If you have any suggestion on some arcade game that you played on a console, or basically for comparing a version or something like that, just let me know and I'll play it. Basically, giving you the chance to request, but only under those conditions. Games that were originally arcade games and you, for, I don't know, by any chance or something, you got to play at home. It could be a good port, a shitty port. The idea is to analyze and evaluate how bad it is. Of course, the better the game, you know, the better for me, basically, because I enjoy the video, making the video even more. But yeah, if you're gonna request a game that, not necessarily if you played on both arcade and console or handheld, but basically something that you know it was originally an arcade and you wanna see a home version. Hey, I actually pretty much die at the end of the level. Okay, fair enough. I'll be doing approximately 2 episodes of this series each week. Remember, I'm doing gameplay videos with commentary on different games on my channel, including the Arcade Masterpieces series, which is based on MAME games, Neo Geo games, CPS 1 and 2 games, basically. So, I don't know, if you want to request an original arcade game on my channel and then request a port, I don't know, you don't have to be specific. Some game probably got released on many consoles, just like this one, for example. And if you wanna see them compared, just let me know. I mean, I won't care playing the same game twice, honestly. But the idea is to offer variety. If I get to repeat some game, I'm gonna let some time pass first. And I'm dying a lot. Is this my last life? I wouldn't be surprised. Dude, I've been playing for 5 minutes. I swear to God, I thought it passed like 3 minutes at most. So I've been enjoying, basically. Or I've been enjoying while commenting something relevant. Because the game itself doesn't contribute much, to be honest. It's very repetitive. Probably not so many of you actually knew there was a version of the GVC, right? So yeah, now I got the side ships. I didn't remember this sort of power was in this game. I remember this one from 1943, which is the sequel, as you know. Well, this game actually got a very weird history of sequels. Of course, sequels were way better. Some of them are arcade exclusives, such as 19XX, which is the best of the series in my opinion, and 1944, the Loopmaster. Yeah, it is weird because you deal with 1942, then 1943, which came out in 87 originally, also ported on the NES, for example. Then 1941, which is weird, it doesn't make any sense chronologically speaking, which came out in 1990, then 19XX, which came out in 96, and 1944, which came out in 2000. That's the chronology. I'm probably forgetting some game, I don't know, I really doubt it. And the thing is that, of course, the games were becoming more of a bullet hell type of thing as it was progressing on time, which makes sense, obviously. The series was supposed to, you know, be along or get along with the releases of the time. Bullet hells started to become popular, sorry, by the end of the 90s, you know, with Dodon Patch or Battle Garega, all of those games. What the fuck? Okay, that's full power. Or just score. I got an extra life, that's good. I don't know why I keep playing this. I mean, I don't know, I'm basically using this opportunity for telling you what I've been doing in case you are not subscribed to my channel. Go ahead, if you can do it, fine. Because I'm doing short gameplay videos with commentary just like this one. I'm working on different games. I'll try not to get games repeated as I said before. And once again, if you have requests on arcade games that you play at home, or you want to see the home or handheld versions of certain arcade game you played, post it on through a PM or comment on this video if possible, for me to go ahead and play it. And also going to be working on ROM hacks, don't worry about that. I mean, I'll be eventually doing that, but my priority at the moment is, well, as always anyway, classic games, and specifically this series, which it's going to become interesting as I'm making progress, since it's going to be covering lots of games in little time, which is what I want. Now, this is another of the changes, password system, you know, every 4 levels if I'm not mistaken, and you can print it. Yeah, it was by the time they released the Gameboy printer. Good stuff. Alright, that was 1942 on the Game Boy Color. I used basically this video for announcements more than anything else. The game itself, as I said before, it's fucking repetitive, you know that. So yeah, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.